This is another Adventures in Google Ads story, number 4. So there was a young attorney in Houston, and actually went cold calling with someone and found this guy, which I don't normally cold call, but I was just trying it out. And he was an attorney that handled a lot of different areas of the law. And after we covered, the different areas of the law we can run campaigns in, personal injury, criminal, divorce, things like that, because he did a little bit of everything. We went over cost per click in each category. We went over the closing ratios in each category. And he decided that he's really good with juvenile offenders and their moms. And so I said, well, those clicks are very cheap because not many people bid on keywords like juvenile defense attorney, juvenile courtroom attorney, things like that. These are the things moms might type in or dads might type in if their kids got in trouble and they need some help, and need someone to help them navigate the legal system. So we set up the campaign. We met his office staff. They seem legit. He's got systems in place. Office phones are getting answered. Calls are forwarded. There's emails getting answered, things like that. So we're running the campaign. And that campaign, actually, he didn't hire me to train him. He hired me just to set it up and communicate with him. So I could see that it went live within 5 hours of setting it up. Google approved it very quickly. Quality of his website was great. Keywords matched the page. Everything was going good. He was getting a ton of website visitors and a lot of phone calls. But in the physical world, he wasn't in the office that much. And then we discovered that the people that were answering the phone weren't keeping track of the calls. And I wasn't offering call recording at the time. And as a law, some law offices don't want to have call recording. Some do. We are in Texas. You can do it, but some don't want to do it. They feel that it makes the referral calling in very nervous to have their call recorded when they're talking about their problems that they're trying to navigate. So there really wasn't a way to track the calls. So I said, well, if your girls can either, the girls that answer the phone, if they could put it on a spreadsheet or at least write it down or something, ask people where they heard about you from, things like that. And Google Ads does keep track of how many people click on the ad, the phone number on the ad, or how many people click on the ad and land on your website and click on the phone number. And so I had some data on how many calls had come in. And it was about 60 for that month. And whenever I went and met with him, he's like, man, I only got like one or two, that came all the way to me. I said, well, they've got to be answering at least 2 calls a day from Google Ads, if not more, because Google Ads doesn't track all the phone calls. They're not set up for that. And so he talked to them, and I realized that the problem was he just couldn't get them to fully do what needed to be done for the practice. And I didn't really confirm that heavily before I sent him an invoice. He paid it, and I set everything up. I was happy that I got a customer from cold calling, which doesn't happen too often in my little world. And I probably should have done some kind of quick little meeting with the people that are intake specialists. That's what they call them at law practices, so that they would know, hey, it's super important to keep track of this stuff so he knows if it's working or not. He knows who called. He can call them back, things like that. So some good lessons there, some good information on if you criminal defense attorneys are good with juvenile offenders or juveniles that are in trouble. They may not be an offender, they may be innocent, and dealing with their parents, then that is a very good campaign to run, by the way, because it's not super expensive, not like running a personal injury campaign or something insane like that. So a few lessons there. And hopefully this helps you. But yeah, just more Google Ads stories, more adventures in meeting people, seeing what happens, and learning lessons, So we'll talk to you later, and I'll post some more stories.